Hello and welcome. You are joining us again in the daily bulletin of Into Vietnam, presented to you by VITV channel. And here are the major stories. The Asian Development Bank say Vietnam's sovereign bond yields free falls in the third quarter of the year. And Vietinbank foresees remittances into Vietnam to top $12.1 billion in 2014. The index of industrial production hits 9-month high. The Asian Bond Tracker report released by VITV on November the 27th showed Vietnam's sovereign bond yields in Vietnam Dong experienced a free falling in quarter 3 between 67 to 212 basic points. Specifically, the 2- and 10-year term government bonds saw the yields falling 197 points from 306 basic points recorded in the middle of the year. VITV attributed the fall to steady economic growth, medium inflation level, and Vietnam's upgrade to B1. The Vietinbank foresees Vietnam will continue to be the world top 10 remittance receivers in 2014, with $12.1 billion of inbound money by the end of the year. On 2014 macroeconomy, the bank says GDP will hit the target of 5.8 to 5.9%, and the consumer price index at 3.5%. On the prospect of the banking sector in 2014, Vietinbank said, from now through 2015 will continue to be a tough time for banks to realize their business targets. Vietinbank also predicts no clear signs of improvement, especially in restructured ones. The General Statistics Office on November the 27th released a comprehensive report on the national economic conditions through November. Watch the following cluster for more.
The General Statistics Office on November 27th announced index of industrial production rose 5.3% on month and 11.1% on year in November, hitting the 9-month high. Between January and November, the index rose 7.5% from the corresponding period last year and was higher than the 5.6% rate of November 2013. The manufacturing and processing inventory index by early November dropped 0.3% on October and rose 10.2% on year. State budget collection hit 759.7 trillion dong by November 15, meeting 97.1% of the year plan, while state budget expenditures was 134.5 trillion higher to hit 894.2 trillion dong, meeting 88.8% of the year target. Of the sum, 145.3 trillion dong was for development and 150.8 trillion dong was disbursed for basic construction. In 11 months through November, 67,790 businesses were newly established, with the total registered capital of 291.3 trillion dong, falling 4.5% in number, but raising 8.9% in funds against November 2013. The average registered capital of new enterprises in the period stood at 5.8 billion dong, 14% higher than 2013. It shows an improvement in new businesses' capital level from last year, indicating a better business environment in Vietnam.
It's expected 18 equitized state-owned enterprises will have IPOs in the last 2 months. Analysts doubt that the IPOs will attract investors once they take place within short time when the market demand is weak. Meanwhile, some analysts commented that state-owned enterprises were hurrying to launch IPOs to fulfill the equitization plans they have submitted to the government. No more than 7.2 million foreign visitors arrived in Vietnam in the first 11 months, surging 5.4%. The GSO data showed that the number of visitors from Hong Kong saw the strongest increase, followed by Germany, Russia, and Spain. The domestic hospitality sector is expected to welcome 8 million foreign and 37.5 domestic tourists by the end of the year. Now, the boom of technology, especially of smartphones and tablets, has prompted more banks' customers to switch to mobile banking. Here in the country, there are about 3 million digital banking users, and the service potential is huge. However, similar to internet banking, mobile banking is also very risky if the user aren't cautious or careful in their transactions. Hence, both banks and customers must be aware to avoid risk to the modern service.
Hackers can remotely access to cell phones and steal personal data or bank accounts through wireless signal, even if the sending information is encoded. This is why bank clients are conscious of digitized services in spite of their superior efficiencies.
Khả năng thanh toán nhanh, tiện lợi, có thể khi mà mình bận không thể ra ngân hàng được thì mình có thể sử dụng trực tiếp qua điện thoại. Nhưng thực ra thì mình cũng hơi băn khoăn và hơi e ngại về cái tính bảo mật của nó. Mình cũng không hiểu là cái cách sử dụng hay là tính bảo mật của ngân hàng ấy giúp cho cái khách hàng thì nó được tối ưu đến đâu.
Mình thấy sử dụng cái dịch vụ này rất là tiện ích. Trong giờ làm là ngồi uống nước ở đâu thì mình cũng thấy rất là tiện cho việc sử dụng qua ngân hàng này. Nhưng mà không biết là cái tính bảo mật nó sẽ như thế nào.
According to BKAV's recent report, 22.7% of smartphones in Vietnam have had malware infection. Meanwhile, the Vietnam Information Security Association's data showed Vietnam's 2013 Information Security Index was just 37.5%, much lower than Korea's 62%. Regarding the situation, banks have focused on technology investment to minimize the risk.
Mục tiêu của chúng tôi ấy, thì đúng như là cái tiêu chí ngày hôm nay, tức là ngân hàng số. Thế thì các cái sản phẩm của chúng tôi sẽ tiếp cận những cái công nghệ mới nhất.
Risk of being attacked is here to stay, so not only banks but customers themselves must protect their personal information.
Cái việc là bị mất điện thoại, cái việc cho người khác sử dụng điện thoại, chứ còn nếu như mà mình mà đảm bảo được cái điện thoại bảo mật, bí mật thì tất cả những cái mật khẩu, những cái mật mã giao dịch ấy thì là nó sẽ không thể nào mà ngụy tạo, sẽ không thể nào mà lợi dụng được.
Hướng dẫn họ hoặc là có những cái hình thức mà khuyến khích họ sử dụng để chuyển giao hoặc là hướng dẫn họ sử dụng ra những cái dịch vụ mới mà nó một cách nhanh chóng hiện đại, thì khi đó họ cũng sẽ thấy là cái dịch vụ mới nó sẽ tiện hơn ý. Thì tất nhiên nó sẽ có một giai đoạn chuyển giao và nên là có những cái hình thức để khuyến khích.
Cybercrime is getting more sophisticated these days. Banks should prefer developing technology security to other investments to gain customers' trust on the safety each time they use ATM, POS, and mobile banking service.
And before you go, let's check out today's local gold prices, forex, and stock market. Well, our program has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. You can also follow us on our website at www.vitv.vn. Goodbye and see you later.